You're being questioned and investigated about having done something bad, but we'll still pay you every 2 weeks. If I'm Adam Silver, I'm a little despondent today because my league is really the one that keeps getting caught, and he's going to have to do something about it.
The federal government never cleared Terry Rozier. If you're the Heat, you made a decision to go in on this guy.
For the past week, everyone from Stephen A. Smith to your group chat has been asking the same question. Why? Why would Terry Rozier, a guy who has earned over $160 million in his career, risk everything to help people win prop bets? Why would someone who has a guaranteed $26 million coming this season throw away his future, reputation, and legacy for what prosecutors say was around $100,000 divided across multiple people? That's like someone with a mansion robbing a convenience store for gas money. It doesn't make sense on the surface. The math was never mathing.
See, gambling is an addiction. The addiction of it is what makes you make illogical decisions.
You're making me mad right here.
Well, I just have my opinion. You're going to have yours.
The reason I'm mad at Kenny is, man, this ain't got nothing to do with damn gambling addiction. These dudes are stupid.
Why are they stupid?
Under no circumstances can you fix basketball games. Under no circumstances. Rozier makes $26 million. Him betting, giving people information or taking himself out of games, how much money is he gonna make?
Well, sports media spent days trying to decode the move. Was it addiction? Was it greed? Was it stupidity? Was it someone manipulating him from the outside?
You trying to make sure these guys being addicted, you can't fix basketball games. The notion that guys are making all this money and giving information, come on, man, stop that. Ain't got nothing to do with addiction. That's just total stupidity.
On Inside the NBA, even Charles Barkley and Kenny Smith couldn't agree. Kenny tried to take the compassionate angle. He said maybe this was a deeper issue, maybe an addiction. But Barkley wasn't having it. This ain't got nothing to do with gambling addiction. These dudes are stupid. Under no circumstances can you fix basketball games. Rozier makes $26 million. How much money is he really going to make doing this? And honestly, that frustration made sense. Because on the surface, Rozier's choices looked ridiculous, irrational, impossible to justify. But then everything flipped. Because yesterday, ESPN dropped a bombshell that changed the entire conversation. Suddenly, Terry Rozier didn't look greedy. He looked desperate. According to official county clerk records obtained by ESPN, Terry Rozier owed the IRS $8.2 million in unpaid taxes. $8.2 million. That number doesn't happen from an oops. That number doesn't appear because you misplaced a receipt. That number means something has gone very, very wrong financially. And then the timeline began to make sense. The IRS filed that lien in November 2023. Rozier owns a $5.3 million mansion in Broward County, Florida. That's where the lien was placed. And a tax attorney broke it down perfectly. A lien doesn't show up instantly. The IRS sends warning letters, then reminders, then final notices, then aggressive notices. It can take months, sometimes years, before a lien actually gets filed. Meaning Rozier didn't just find out about this a week ago. He would have known long before the public knew, long before the NBA cleared him in 2023, long before everything exploded. According to tax attorney Steve Klitzner, the lien shouldn't be a surprise. They would have received multiple past due notices. Which means Rozier didn't just accidentally fall behind. He was buried. And the more details came out, the more the story spiraled. Rozier also had a $271,000 construction lien on his Florida mansion because he allegedly hadn't paid a contractor. He eventually paid most of it, but still owed over $21,000. Add that to an $8.2 million IRS bill? Suddenly, $100,000 in extra cash doesn't look small. It looks like survival. Rozier's attorney insisted he never owed $8 million. Only $9,000 of that total, and it's paid. But they didn't provide a single document to prove it, and the county records still show the lien as active. And here's the thing. The IRS doesn't file an $8.2 million lien for a $9,000 mistake. That simply doesn't happen. So for the first time, all the pieces start lining up. Then comes the next shockwave. The NBA puts Rozier and ex-coach Chauncey Billups on leave. Not surprising. But then the NBA goes a step further. Neither of them will be paid. Rozier's first paycheck, a massive one, was supposed to hit this very week. Instead, the NBA froze it. The money is being held in an interest-bearing account until his legal case is resolved. Billups, however, he reportedly won't even get escrow. He just loses the money completely. The NBPA snapped immediately. This is counter to the presumption of innocence. We plan to challenge it. Translation: the NBA and the Players Union are officially at war. And this isn't some small disagreement. This is a league-altering fight over what a guaranteed contract actually means. If Rozier is suspended without pay before being convicted, every player in the league feels less secure. Every future contract becomes less guaranteed. Every precedent becomes dangerous. Meanwhile, the Miami Heat are stuck in the middle like hostages. Rozier's $26 million still counts fully against their salary cap. They can't cut him. They can't replace him. They get no relief, no exceptions, no flexibility. They traded assets for him, and he might never play for them again. But they can't move on because the federal case could last months, or even years. And just when it looked like things couldn't escalate further, Congress entered the chat. The U.S. Senate Commerce Committee sent Adam Silver a formal letter demanding answers. They want explanations, documentation, clear timelines. They gave Silver until November 10th. The tone? Not friendly, not patient, not forgiving. One line stood out above everything. Sports betting scandals like this may lead the public to assume all sports are corrupt. That sentence alone is a nuclear bomb for the NBA. Congress wants to know, what did the NBA know? When did they know it? Why did sports books detect suspicious activity, but the NBA found nothing? Why did the FBI find enough evidence to arrest Rozier when the league cleared him? These questions cut deep. These questions challenge the NBA's integrity. These questions force Silver to admit whether the league actually knows how to police gambling. Meanwhile, the NCAA threw gasoline on the fire at the worst possible moment. On October 22nd, they announced college athletes could now legally bet on professional sports. On October 23rd, literally the next day, Rozier and Billups were arrested. It was terrible timing. Catastrophic timing. Because college athletes know pro athletes. They text them. They hang with them. They get insider info without even trying. And the NCAA has now opened the door to millions of dollars of potential corruption. NBA players are feeling the heat too. Jaylen Brown blasted the league. The NBA introduced gambling without considering the impact on players. We don't benefit from the profits, but we get the negativity. Players aren't just competing anymore, they're walking props. And the ugliest part of all this is the loophole inside the game. Pain can't be measured. Former Mavericks Dr. Tarek Souran said it best. You can't see pain. If a player says he can't go, he's out. That means a player could influence a prop bet without ever being caught. Minutes played, rebounds, points, injury status, all of it is vulnerable. All of it can be manipulated. Legalized gambling didn't just make the NBA more popular, it made it more fragile. And that's why this story is far from over. There will be arbitration. There will be congressional hearings. The FBI investigation is still active, and there are 9 unnamed co-conspirators. More arrests could happen. Fan trust is falling. The league's integrity is being questioned, and the NBA can't hide from this anymore. Because this isn't just a Rozier problem, or a Billups problem, or a Heat problem. This is a basketball problem, a sports integrity problem, a cultural problem, a gambling era problem, and it's only just beginning.